That's coming up, but first Bob Shaw tells us about tonight's segment 2.
Coming up tonight on segment 2, we look at all the stuff that used to play at the movies besides the movie.
I don't have to tell you that going to the movies isn't what it used to be. Every time I visit a theater and the lights go down and the first thing I see is the opening credits to the feature, I feel cheated. It used to be the main feature was only part of what you got to see at the movies.
Guess who?
Some people miss the cartoons. Some miss the newsreels. But what I really miss are those miscellaneous pieces of cinema shrapnel that just don't fit into any category. Little promotions, ads, and announcements that would assault the audience without warning. Always overblown and gaudy, with ridiculous fanfares, they are hardly collector's items. But through the resources of Bill Longen and Jack Tillmany, some of them have been salvaged from Bay Area theaters. They may not be true works of art, but some are quite old and haven't been seen in 40 years. Remember when you could go to the movies and have a chance to bring back more than just a sticky pair of shoes? No doubt the razor blades were provided by the people who manufactured theater seats. Of course, proper etiquette was always encouraged. Commercials didn't start with television, you know. No holiday was overlooked.
Christmas, 1942. This is a different sort of a Christmas. A Christmas we will celebrate with happiness and hope in our hearts and a prayer on our lips. It is a Christmas of sacrifice, a Christmas of giving, and giving wisely.
Ginny, this is for you. And Billy, this is for you. It's Mother's Christmas present.
War bond.
Yes, darling, war bonds.
Well, gee, thanks a lot, Mom, but
I wanted a bicycle.
Just think, if Daddy were wounded, one single war stamp might pay for the medicine that would save him from pain.
A very touching scene. Yes, that is Betty Davis. Unfortunately, that isn't her house, those aren't her kids, and that probably isn't even her hair. And what could be better to destroy the mood created by a film like Fail-Safe than a cute, perky intermission plug spliced onto the end?
The moment's handy for a piece of candy. Just name your brand, they're all so grand. Hey, what do you think of a nice cool drink? Or a big box filled with a popcorn thrill? Let your taste buds meet with an ice cream treat. Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come on, folks, let's join the band as we all head for the refreshment stand.
And doesn't this make your mouth water?
They're being served at the snack bar now.
There is nothing quite like the joy expressed by a man with a fulfilling job.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are the previews of coming attractions or movie trailers. Now, I've seen thousands of trailers over the years, and I've seen a lot of bad ones. But the other day I came across what could be the worst movie trailer ever made, and I think it deserves to be seen. Two things to remember. Number one, this movie is for real. And number two, believe it or not, this was supposed to make you want to pay to see this movie.
From ancient Genesis to the modern screen, is the name written in blood. Ega!
If I could just call you on the phone.
Thrill to the newest recording star, R12 Jr.
Oh, the screaming this way.
See ravishing Marilyn Manning in a thrilling, chilling story. The last of the prehistoric giants sees his first girl.
Noah.
Curious newsmen search deep in giant country for the last of the ancient cavemen. See a tough giant tamed by the soft hands of his captive woman. See him sacrifice his ageless beard for her love. Then lose her to a boy in a dune buggy, escaping a burning desert. Hear Iga talk, the ancient language of love, used at the beginning of time. See Iga.
There are a lot of things I could say at this point, but let's not spoil the beauty of the moment. I'm Bob Shaw, and that is segment 2 for tonight.
Those stories are coming up, but first Bob Shaw will tell us about tonight's segment 2.
Coming up next on segment 2, politicians, candy bars, and the Yugoslavian bombshell. Last week we showed you an assortment of film clips saved from old theaters around the Bay Area, and people said they'd like to see more. So, in some ways, things haven't changed all that much over the years. Listen to this political advertisement.
There are 2 reasons why I'm running for state senate: your property taxes and crime on the street. You've seen the demonstrations. You know what our crime rate is. When I become your state senator, I'll sponsor legislation that'll support your local police and stop the crime on the street.
Sound familiar? If it wasn't for his haircut, this guy could be using the same ad today. Mr. Hannon, of course, paid to have this shown, but occasionally theaters would run free political spots for purely selfish reasons. This rather confusing ad ran in 1949. See if you can figure out why theater owners wanted people to vote no on Proposition 12. Prop 12, which eventually passed, created daylight savings time in California. Exhibitors felt it would be bad for business. What church leaders supposedly had against it has never been made clear. If you've ever wondered how one newspaper managed to outlast so many others in San Francisco, here's the answer. It's their comics. Afraid to go on vacation and miss the adventures of Smokey Stover? No need to worry.
If you want candy, the lobby is handy, accounted with sweets and a crew. With your kind permission, we're having a mission, we're ready to serve all of you.
And now we've come to my favorite part of the show, terrible previews to terrible movies. Tonight, a double feature.
From caves and sewers come the slime people. The kill, kill, kill. There is no escape from the slime people. For a new adventure in terror, live through the wild bloodbath of the slime people.
Starring Bruce Bennett as Charlie, King of the Island, a sadistic maniac whose dark secret must be constantly guarded by violence. And introducing Tanya Vilja, the Yugoslavian bombshell, in her first American role as Glory, a gal who knows all the angles, whose tempestuous performance is sure to make motion picture history. Shocking, earthy, violent, scenes of utter frankness candidly presented with searing realism. Action-packed, explosive, dramatic, as raging passions are unleashed in a struggle to the death. frank, daring, adult entertainment seldom equaled on the screen.
It's true, they just don't make movies like they used to. Again, I'd like to thank Jack Tillmany and Bill Longen for their contributions. And if you were in possession of any film clips as silly as theirs, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm Bob Shaw, and that is segment 2 for tonight.